Now, across Texas, the issue is...
I'm Greg Grugan in Houston.
I'm Stephen Dial in Dallas, and this is Texas, the issue is.
Allowing public education dollars to follow the child. Governor Greg Abbott believes it should be permanent policy in the Lone Star State. This legislative session, Abbott has expended loads of political capital trying to push school choice through. And despite serious headwinds in the Texas House, the governor appears to be doubling down.
When it comes to education, mom and dad are in charge.
5 days after his school choice proposal was gunned down by the Texas House in a budgetary test vote, Governor Greg Abbott drew a line in the sand for lawmakers in the lower chamber.
One size does not fit all. No one in government knows better than mom and dad about which education option is the best for their child. That is what we will deliver this session by empowering parents with the power and freedom to choose the education best for their child.
In his third term, after walloping a well-known, well-funded Democratic challenger by double digits, Abbott, unlike past sessions, appears unwilling to buckle to legislative progressives and rural Republicans who fear vouchers will dilute funding for public schools.
Some people say, well, school choice is going to defund our public schools. Nothing could be further from the truth. That's just factually incorrect. Per student funding for public schools is at an all-time high. In this session, we're going to add even more money for public education as well as for teacher pay raises. The issue about whether or not schools are fully funded is answered. We are funding schools more fully today than ever before, and we will fund them even more at the end of this session. But one thing anybody in business understands, spending more money does not always lead to better results.
Analysts have linked Abbott's pledge to force vouchers through to his potential presidential aspirations and a desire to match school choice measures adopted in Florida and other red states.
If you look at what's happened in other states, Florida, for example, 20 years ago, in 2002, Florida embarked upon school choice in their state. And at that time, students who were coming from low-income families tested on these national tests as one of the worst in the country. Now, 20 years later, they test among the top of the best in the country. What school choice does is it ensures a competition in the education place. And public schools in Florida are doing better. Private schools in Florida are doing better. And homeschooling in Florida is doing better. Across the board, education is better. It's a component of multiple aspects to improve education.
With a majority of Texans consistently backing choice in statewide polls, sources tell Texas the issue is, Abbott stands willing to wield a veto pen or convene special sessions to push the measure through a reluctant lower chamber. And he will have the full backing of Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, leader of the Texas Senate.
This is the future of Texas, the future of America, to educate our kids.
Okay, Stephen, give me your one-word reaction.
I'm not going to pull a Rudy. My one word is unwavering.
Okay, there you have it. We are going to talk a great deal more about the governor's crusade for school choice when Texas the Issue Is returns on the other side of this break.